Hello everyone!
Hey!
And welcome to Uncut Gaming.
Where we don't edit our videos.
But we are healing Vales.
Yes.
And growing it and getting rid of decay. And using spirits.
Yeah.
And
sure.
deck building.
And bears.
And bears. Right.
Everyone knows I love me some bears.
So welcome to Mystic Vale. We are playing the base game plus a few expansions. The first 3 expansions. We are playing with not all cards from all the games, but according to a specific set that is called a conclave. We'll talk about what a conclave is at the end, but bear in mind that you are seeing a little bit of the base game and a little bit of the first 3 expansions.
So, just to clarify something for myself and for the viewers, in the pure base game, you have all the relevant cards in each one of the free tiered decks, right?
Yes.
But in this case, we have a select group of cards that work with each other.
Yes.
Okay.
Set by the designer. So the designer decided which cards from each of those games go together.
I'm sure that there are like stuff you can find on the BGG forums and stuff like that also tell you what works. Okay, that's nice. Are we gonna overview the rules this time again?
Yes, I think we are. So in Mystic Vale, we are playing rounds, turns, and during those turns we can gain victory point tokens, which are these. There are 23 victory point tokens here for a 2-player game.
Yes, even though they're not finite.
Correct. They just mark the end of the game. Each turn goes through 4 steps. The first one is taking our deck of cards, which is identical. And planting. Planting means taking cards off the top of the deck and just placing them as such. Each card may have a decay token. We have 9 of those total in our 20 card deck. If we get to a position where we have 3 decay tokens, 2 in our, hopefully in our field and 1 on top of our deck, we stop and then we move on to the next phase. This we can do during other players' turns, and when we actually start our turn, we have a decision to make.
Yes.
Do we want to push? And if we then get to a position where we still have 3 decay tokens, icons, that's fine. But if we happen to have this card on top, then we have 4 decay icons, and then we bust.
Yes.
And busting means losing the turn. We do get to flip this token, which is just a one-time mana token, which when we use, we just turn it back. But other than that, the turn is lost and we just move on.
Yeah, and assuming you didn't lose your turn, you reach the harvest phase.
Right. So in the harvest phase, there's basically 2 kinds of currency for 2 kinds of cards to purchase. We can purchase 2 cards of the advancement cards and 2 cards of the Vale cards. Advancement cards come in 1, 2, and 3 levels, and the Vale cards come in 1 and 2 levels.
Yeah.
You buy advancement cards using your mana. In this case, I have 3, not counting my card on top of the deck. So I have 3 mana. I can purchase whatever cards I want. This is the cost. For example, 3, and it goes up all the way to 7, and I think even 10.
Yeah, there were cards of 13 as well.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the base one.
Yeah. And if I have like these icons, which are called spirit icons, I can use them to buy Vale cards. Right. This one specifically means wild card. So I could, for these 2 wild cards, I can purchase any one of these, for example. And I think that's basically it. Oh, the Vale cards we just put beside our playing area. They just work. We can have any number of them. But the Vale card, the advancement cards go, and this is the heart of the game, go actually into our card there. You
sleeve it in.
Yeah, and now this card is better. So unlike other deck buildings, we're not actually purchasing cards and making our deck bigger. We're just making each one of those cards bigger. And so the next time it comes up with additional abilities.
Yes,
which we'll go over as we buy them.
A lot of control over how we build things.
Yeah.
And there are 2 important icons to look for in the board. The VP icon on the right bottom is endgame VP. Where is this? The bluer one, which is on the top left, means you take a token from the token pile.
Yes.
So these are two different types of VP. If I purchase this on my last turn, I may not use it for this VP, but I will get the two at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I think some cards have minus VP is end game. And the other thing is the little knight icon over here, which is the Guardian.
Yeah.
Guardian is a point that can be used for many various things according to various cards. So, for example, this one says that, well, this is not a good example.
Gain one,
but this one, for example, says that for each Guardian, you have a Sun Spirit token, which can be used to buy Veil cards. And if I have 3 cards over here and each one of them has a Guardian, then every time I get to the harvest phase with this card down, I get 3 Sun Spirit tokens. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, since you have the prettier starting player token,
then I'll be the star player. All right.
Go for it, honey.
So again, just...
Isn't the art lovely? I mean, look at this unicorn. Look at the little unicorn.
Oh, another thing that we forgot to mention, but I'm going to do it right now, is that this pile of mana generating cards called Fertile Lands.
Yeah, they're all identical except for the location. Some are bottom, mid, or top. And when you buy one, you get to choose, if available.
Yep.
You get to choose which one.
Yep. So for the 2 mana that I have, I basically going to purchase this Fertile Land soil, which costs 2. And I'm going to sleeve it. I can sleeve it on any card I want, and I use it only on when I actually play it first.
I'm gonna do this a bit more slowly than you done, just for the demonstration. We'll probably play faster. So I open the card, soil. Oh, I have a first cursed land. I keep on opening them. I accidentally opened 2. No, aren't I lucky? I did shuffle those, I swear. Okay, so this is my second cursed land. As soon as I get the third, I stop. Oh, I did shuffle them. Okay, so I open my third cursed land. This is my on top of the deck card. A lot of cards reference this. And this is my current hand. This is my field, and I will now harvest said field. Just removing the blank so it's easier to see what's going on here. So in this case, I have a whooping 5, which is actually a lot for my first hand. Let's see, what can this 5 get me? Can get me any of those or any of those in a field. Let's see if any of those are good. I think I'll take the unicorn for a free, and I will additionally take a middle.
Okay.
Thank you, honey. Now you can buy, you set it up to 2?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay.
So the maximum is 2 advancements and 2 Veil cards on your turn. All right, so now I have 4 mana. And
there are no extra buys unless, you know, something in particular on the card itself.
So I think I'll purchase this card for 4, which says if there are 3 or more Guardian tokens on this card, then I gain 1 of each of the spirit tokens.
That's very good.
Yeah,
if you can get it to work.
Yeah.
So in this case, you're sleeving it on an empty card, because that way you're much more likely to actually get to fill free Guardian tokens.
Yep.
Free Guardian thingies. Now, because I had such an amazing hand last time, I have a bad one this time.
Yeah, me too.
It's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I also have just the 2. And so I'm taking a Fertile Soil advancement card. Your turn.
Now I'm gonna count the number of cursed lands I have exposed so I can see if it's worthwhile gambling. I have 1, 2, 3 over here. The total is 9, so we're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means this one is definitely a cursed soil because the total is 9. So I will not push my luck because I shouldn't. And 2, give me a center fertile soil. Thank you very much, honey.
So I counted my decay icons as well, and all of them, all 9 of them, are either on the discard pile or up here. So I know that I can safely push at once. Yeah, because I don't know what'll come up if I do it again. So now I have 4, and with that 4, I think I am going to get I think I'll get this one.
The hawk.
Yeah, which adds another decay icon to my deck, but it also gives me 2 VP, a guardian, and then a bear spirit icon.
Which is good.
But all of my cards have... Oh no, this one doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to have 2 decays unless it's like the end of the game and you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you could...
so once I drawn up all my draw pile, I just shuffle my discard pile and draw again. Just like any other deck builder.
2 money, fertile soil, your turn.
Okay.
You see how I can give a brief summary of my boring turn?
Okay. So I also have just the 2. So I'll purchase a fertile land, soil, and sleeve it, and then it's your turn.
My turn. So I have a 5, and I'm looking for an interesting card because 5 is a hefty amount, and there's nothing.
You can push.
I could. I'm just terrified. And I'm going level 1 achievements. Gain a guardian, which is nice, but it's just not nice enough. What does the owl do? I remember him as being okay.
Owl, when played, you may discard any other card in your field. So you can just take a decay card and put it away.
I think I'm gonna gamble.
Yay!
Boom. Now I have a 6. 6 means I can get these 2 totem chiefs.
That's a lot of...
Yeah, that's a lot of guardian icons, which will translate to a lot of sun icons.
Yep.
Which is not necessarily good, but it's progress.
Yep. Very good.
Like, could be worse.
Okay. Interesting. So I have 3.
That was a very judgmental, interesting you said there.
So I have 3, and I want to put another guardian over here. And so I think I'll... Oof.
Yep.
Yep. So I'll take this card. This card says that I get 2 mana, 1 decay. So that's a lot of decay card icons in my deck.
But it's a wild card.
A wild card and a guardian. So
yeah, the guardian's not that big of a deal.
No,
but
it's important
the wild
for this
card,
card,
is
right?
Nice.
I'm trying to work for this.
Right. Well, go for it, honey.
Yeah.
You work that.
Yeah. In terms of spirit icons, I didn't have any. Okay.
So it's my turn.
Yeah.
And there are 4 mana here. This is actually kind of interesting, but I don't have anything to work it with at the moment. Yes, endgame, if there are 3 or more guardians on this card, it's worth 4 victory points, which is nice, isn't it?
But if not, then nothing. Yeah.
Yes, but it's still a mana for the cost of 3, so it's not that high of a risk.
And it comes with a guardian, right?
Yes.
So you can combo it with other guardian cards.
Yes, so I'm gonna sleeve it onto a blank card because that way there's a higher chance that I'll actually get to something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so I have... Yeah, that's nice.
But it comes with a detriment.
Yeah. So I have 3. With that 3 And because all of them are bottom, I cannot purchase any of these. So I guess I'll just get another fertile soil and put it here. And it is your turn.
It's like the Eurovision all over again.
Why?
Well, they're all bottom and it just doesn't fit.
I will look at my next card and it's another decay icon. Your turn. For 4, 5, 4.
4. I'm tempted to try the grassland. But I'm also a bit worried because while this is on your field, you have one less mana to spend. So it kind of like evens out everything on the card, which is not necessarily good. It's not bad, it's just not necessarily good. What was Cleansing Rain? Search your deck for any card and you may put it into your discard pile. Well, la-di-da. The Wolf Rider is also a bit counterintuitive. Level 1 enhancements get a thingy. Let's see.
Get a what?
Get a Guardian, yes.
Okay.
These don't count because those aren't enhancements, right?
No.
Okay.
Advancements, you mean? Yeah.
I'm gonna be boring. Give me a bottom and a middle fertile soil.
Here you go.
Thank you, honey.
Okay, so again, I counted all my decay icons, and I know that these two are not. So I'm gonna push again. Oh, and I counted wrong.
Aww.
And so I busted.
I'm
I
sorry, honey.
Oh, I have 11. Right. Well, the good news is that this is flipped.
Yes, that's very good news. You should count the cursed soils rather than just the icons. In your case. It's like when this is on your deck, you cannot spoil, which is great, but you know, if I push it off my deck, then I can spoil, so it's kind of useless at this point.
There are cards which allow you to add cards that are not at the top of the deck. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I don't have any of them yet.
Yep.
I really want this one, but I also don't have anywhere efficient to sleeve it. Oh, why is this here? Okay, everything's fine. Did not cheat. Because this one kind of requires a card with other enhancements, but I'll just buy it and hope I can use it afterwards with my 4 mana. And now it's your turn.
So I have 2, but I can get a 4 with this one. So 3, sorry. So I'll flip this, gain 3, and then I'll take the Cleansing Rain because it allows me when I'm playing the card to search my deck for any card, and I may put it in my discard pile, then shuffle my deck, which basically allows me to discard Cursed Lands, which is nice. So it is your turn.
Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're getting somewhere, which is nice, but we're not getting there fast enough. Let's see, the owl, when played, you may discard any other card in your field. Okay, and this is the same thing, level 1 have. However, I could combine it with this.
What do you mean with this?
This Pride Lord, actually a cute name for a lion card. At the end of the game, if there are 3 or more guardians on this card, it's worth 4. Now I have 1 guardian over here, and this says that level 1 enhancements have another guardian.
You just
so
took
this
level
is
2.
Yes, this is a level 2, sure, but this is a level 1. So now any level 1 enhancement I put here will complete the card.
Yeah.
Now this cost 4. I had 6 mana, so I can buy a middle fertile soil.
Yeah.
And now I've completed the requirement, and I have a nifty card with 3 mana on it.
That's very nice.
So that's good.
Yep, very good. So I have just the 3 again. I can buy this one when bought, claiming an advancement costing up to 6.
That's nice.
So, but it's minus 2 points. On the other hand...
The -2 isn't as big of a deal as the decay.
Yeah.
The decay is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah. All right. So I think I'll take it.
Okay.
Put it here. And then I can, when bought, claim any investment costing up to 6. So I'm claiming this one, this owly owl. And...
Just as a question, why not claim this one?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It kind of balances each other out.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you have a decent... Oh, they're both bottoms.
Oh, that's fine. I can put it here.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
My turn. I have 3, which is uninteresting. And I will take a center fertile soil, and it's your turn, honey.
Yeah. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's interesting. I could take this, which I think I will, because then it cancels out this one. It also means that I have 1 less mana to spend, which basically means that this card is a fertile soil. Wait, I have a 5. End of a game. If you have the most decay in your deck, gain 6 VP. I like that.
Yep.
Let's go with this one.
That's definitely you, honey.
So that's 2 out of my 5. So I could also take this one, which says gain mana, 1 mana per card less than 7.
Yeah, because you usually
And I do have a lot
less because you have a lot of decay, so that's also nice.
Yeah. So let's...
But I would definitely take the one with the most. Did you take it?
Yes, I did.
Great.
That's 2, and that's another 3, so that's a total of 5. Which
Okay, and we are done with the tier 1 deck.
Yeah, so we
So
just
now
draw
we
from
start
tier
drawing from the tier 2.
2. Yeah.
Now, there were very few cards in the tier 1, which is an incentive to get us to buy higher cards.
Yes.
Because you are limited on the number of cards. And now it's my turn. I have this nice little thingy, which says that for each guardian icon, I have a sun icon. So now I have 2 sun icons, which means I can buy the Sundial Savannah.
You have 4, I think, right?
Yes, actually, yes, you're right. But that still only means that this is available.
Yeah, and
to
what
me.
does this card do?
I was getting to that. Whenever you evoke your blue token, in addition to other effects, you may gain a wild card element during your harvest phase that turn. So that's nice. I'm not sure I'll get to use it, but it's nice. And, you know, it's not like I'm going to buy something else.
Ooh, this is good for you.
Yeah, but I can't buy it this turn. It's not available to me. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is nice. What does this one do? When on deck, if you spoil, gain 4 VP and take another turn. Ooh, this is nice. But as is this one. I think I'll take this one for a 7. Is there something better? What was the owl? You made this card. Nope. I'll take this one. Now, I just want to show something to the viewers. The unicorn has an interesting icon on it, which means you can overlay a card on it. This is the only type of cards you can overlay. So in this case, I'm overlaying the unicorn. It doesn't do anything. However, the benefits it gives me are here on this strip. Yep. And they remain visible and therefore remain active. Except for the fact that I now have 2 spoils, but if I spoil with, if I 2 decays, if I spoil with this, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay. So I have, first of all, I have this icon that says I gain 2 VP, so here are my 2 VP. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is just enough to take this one and complete my objective of having... This is actually crazy, because now both this one and this one says that if there are 3 or more guardians of this card,
that's very
it gives 1 of
good.
each. So the next time I play this card, it means that I have 6 icons.
You have 2 of each. That's very, very good.
And for this time, I have just the wild card and the bear, which means that I could take nothing.
Exactly.
Which is a shame. But next time.
Still good.
Yep.
Still good.
And I could have probably... Oh, no, I couldn't. Okay.
I have a 4, which doesn't give me much at this point. However, this card, if not the first card in your field, leave it in play. This is the first card in your field next turn. It's like, this is good, but not with what I have. I wouldn't... I wouldn't want to put this in any of my cards, which is a shame. And the other option is the grassland, which is not very good for me. Okay, I'm gonna do something which I usually don't like doing, and that's just
hoarding fertile soils.
Yes, like this is pretty much a fertile soil farm over here.
Yeah. So I have 1, 2, 3. So I am going to just finish up the fertile soil and use this card, and that is it for me as well.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is better than what I had before. I just want to count up the fertile soils. There are 2 over here. Cursed lands, sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I count correctly? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wonderful. Luck is being pushed. Luck is being further pushed. Great. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
9 is something we can work with. I'm not gonna take the deer because it's too expensive, and the wyvern is like another cursed. Oof, these are a bummer. The decays, yeah. The decays are a huge bummer. What can I do, honey, with the 9 I have? Do I have any Do I have any veil icons, mana icons? Nope, nothing. Dang it. What was I gonna do with this? Is there something here that requires guardian icons? Nope. Nothing. There are no level 1 enhancements to buy further. Okay. Mindful Owl. And a fertile soil. Do we have a top? No.
That's that one.
Okay.
Yep.
Davai.
So
I'm covering the ant here by the same logic.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, plus gain 1 mana per card less than 7. So that's 4 plus 4, that's 8. But I don't have a lot of cards, which is interesting. While on deck, if you sprawl, discard this card and gain 2 VP. No. Magpie. Harvest. Shuffle any number of cards from your discard pile into your deck. Not so bad.
When your deck is small, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Which was not a joke, it was a legitimate strategy.
So these are... Sure, let's try the Magpie. And it is your turn.
Still working on it. Okay, worked on it. Very good. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is a 10 mana. I want the Stag Champion. I don't know what it does, but I want it. Ongoing, double the VP icons you gain from advancement cards, including text effects, but this comes with nothing. Oosh. It's a dilemma, but I'll take it. I'll try and make it work soon enough.
Okay. I have 2, and there are no... Oh, this one actually. Yeah, why not?
Well, you are going for most decays.
Yeah. Alright, so that's 2. And now I can purchase a card up to 6. Is there anything interesting? Yeah. Nope. Yeah.
This one gets refilled though.
Yeah,
Oh,
at
did
the
you
end of
just
my
buy?
turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
So I could discard any card in your field. No, I think I'll use this one because it's getting crazy over here. Which, by the way, I'm not saying, but this... Yeah, this is a growth which cancels the decay, but it also says while in your field you have 1 less mana to spend. But
it makes sense in your case because
Yeah.
you do want to get them running.
yeah,
Okay, so in my case I have 3 mana, but I have, because of this card, 4 sun icons. So I'm going to use the 4 sun icons to buy this and nothing else.
that's good. So this one, and why are you buying it? Because it, what does it give you?
2 VP at the end of the game,
Yeah.
which is not bad.
Yeah. Okay, so I have 3.
Wait.
And there is nothing that costs 3, so I might as well push. So I'm pushing and not dying. Great. When played, search your deck for any card and you may put it in your discard pile. Not interesting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 5. This card gain. There's a lot of decay here. And I only have these cards available. Level 1 advancement of this card, gain 1. Advancements. That's a 5 again. On deck. If you spoil, discard this card. You know what? It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting because if I actually put this with another decay icon, I will probably spoil, but then if you spoil, discard this card and gain 2 VP for each guardian on it. So that's maybe interesting.
Except for the fact it's 2 tops. But you could put it elsewhere.
Yeah, I could just put it here.
Okay,
Maybe
now
that'll work.
I started doing something and then I realized I should probably do it slowly for the camera.
Okay.
But I, at the moment, have 3 decays exposed. And because that's 1 mana, I might as well push my luck. Otherwise, the turn is completely wasted. So this one says, while on deck, you cannot spoil. I removed it from the on deck. And now I have spoiled. This is not played, right? It's on deck.
Correct.
Okay. So that's it. I spoiled and I don't get either this or this, but I do flip this.
Yep.
And I can use it with the wild card thingy. And now it's your turn.
All right. So that's 1. That's 2.
Because we kind of rush
And
through
that's
this,
3.
but
Yeah.
we
So-
shouldn't.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. And for 5, I think I will, and I have a, so I think, I'll see what I can do. I'll take this card which says level 1 advancements on this card, gain 1 guardian. And hopefully I can start something interesting on this card.
You cannot start something interesting on this card because you will not be able to buy any more level 1 enhancements. Either add it to something existing or don't.
Thank you for that. That just breaks.
I'm sorry, that's
yeah,
how
you're
it
right.
is.
So if I've...
Can you re-sleeve it on anything that you have available? No.
No.
Okay.
But I then think that... Yeah, I'll use the hatchery, which means that instead of discarding this card, I can just place it as the first card in my next field, and hopefully put something interesting on this card.
That's not a bad strategy, actually.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, I have a 10. I have a couple of abilities which I did not use. There's this one which lets me discard a card, but in this case it's not useful to me. So I will use this 10 to buy the Life Bloom Orchids.
Which gives you 2 VP and a Wild Spirit.
Yes, whenever I play it,
Yeah.
which is not now.
Okay, so... Oh, wait. So this cancels this.
Count them up, honey.
I can still play this one as well, because now I only have the 2 decay, so that's interesting. So, as long as it's not that card with the 2 on it.
You had to say it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had to say it.
And it's not.
Woohoo!
Good.
Way
Okay,
to
so
go,
this
honey.
is interesting. So first of all, because I haven't spoiled, I get 2 VP out of this. So that's another 2 VP. Now in terms of mana, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this one says that I have 1 less. So I actually have 4.
That's still not bad.
Yeah. So 4... Why is this... No. This is a 3. I'm going to put it back.
My bad.
And this goes here. Okay. So, yeah, I might as well... it's not really interesting, but it's something. So that's a 4. Now, in terms of spirit icons, which is more interesting, I have a wild card. And because this triggers, I have 2 of each, plus a bear. Okay, so that's a lot of icons.
Did you get the 2 VP?
Yes.
Okay, very good, honey.
So let's go over these now. This says it just costs the 1, harvest to me, discard this card to use any icon, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have like 8 icons in total, so I could buy better things. So this one says when a bot adds 6 from the box to the pool.
Yeah, that lengthens the game if you think that's beneficial to you. And it's also free VP in its own right, which is not bad.
Yeah. All right. Once per turn, choose a card in your field or on deck. That card gains 1 Guardian until the end of the turn. That's
which
better.
Which is great, but it gives you no VP.
Yeah. So I'm gaining this. I need to remember that. And I have another 4 icons.
How did we get to 8?
So this one gives me all 3.
I
this
can
one
see.
Gives me all 3, and this is an 8.
So basically, you have 3 bears. Yeah, you
let's
have.
say this one went with. This is our any icon, right? So this used up this one and this one.
So now you have 3, 1 of each, and 1 wild card. Very good. So this is available to you, and this is available.
End of game. Complete 1 additional prep and planning phase. If you pass and don't spoil, gain 1 VP for each card in your field. It does not count as a turn, and you may not gain VP tokens. So this is also interesting, I have to say.
But this is -8.
Oh.
With a condition.
I didn't notice the -8. Complete 1 additional prep and planning. If you pass and don't spoil, gain for each card. So because I have rather small fields, I don't think I'll get it. If you were to spoil, you may discard this.
Why do you not want to lengthen the game? I think that's your best option.
Let's lengthen the game. So
I'm sorry, I do think it's your best option.
I'm adding 6 to the pool. Anything else?
Bitter.
No. Okay.
So I have 8 at the moment and 2 cursed lands. However, I have this one on deck which says when played, you may discard any card from your field. So I play it, I discard this card. And now I have traded a 2 mana 1 decay for a 4 mana 1 decay. And I keep on playing. You see, honey? I'm smart.
Very smart.
So this is 4 mana, 6 mana. 6 mana and an additional 7 mana is 13 mana.
Wow.
14 with this one. And I can use that 13 mana to... Wait, Berry Bear is available. Ooh. Yes. Hi, Berry Bear. You're my 6. And you're my 7. That's a total of 13. Do I have where to place them? Love finds a way, honey. Love finds a way. And it's your turn.
Yeah. So I have 4 and nothing interesting to do with that 4. So I think I'm going to push and probably spoil, but that's fine. And I did. Okay. So these all go to my discard. This gets flipped. And on to the next one. So I'm still on 1. That's 2. And that is still 2. And that is... Wait, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Yep. Okay. Your turn.
So I have a 6. And I'm not sure what to do with said 6. I do have exposed this card, which doubles the VP generation on it. So I think I'm going to use this 6 to purchase the one that gives me free VP.
Okay.
And if and when I manage to draw that, I will get
6.
6.
That's very good.
If.
Yeah. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, that's 5. Now this one says gain 1 VP, 1 mana per card less than 7. So that's an additional 2. So I'm on 6. And theoretically, one of my cards can gain a Guardian icon, which really means that I want a lot of Guardian cards. Oh, okay. So let's try the Moss Troll again and put it over here. So that's in terms of mana. Now, this says that when I harvest, shuffle any number of cards from your discard pile into your deck. So let's just take all my good cards from my discard pile, which is basically this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and shuffle them into my deck. So just 1 second.
No rush.
Yeah. So
I will, however, check something very quickly with your permission. I broke nothing. I touched nothing.
Okay. So that's done. Yeah. And I think that's what I wanted to remember. So this card stays because of the hatchery. So now it is your turn.
Yes. Now I am at a point where I have freeze decay icons revealed. However, I can't do anything useful, so I might as well push my luck and praise Jeebus. It worked.
Okay.
Oh, no, this is only if I spoil when it's on deck. Okay, so basically I have 3 mana. There's nothing worthwhile buying for 3 mana. However, I do get 2 VP tokens.
That's nice.
Which are my first 2 VP tokens.
Ooh.
And now it's your turn.
Okay, so I have 4 or 5 if I wanna use my 1 time, which is not a lot, I have to say.
Oh wait, let's say I used this.
Yeah.
And I bought this.
This doesn't cost.
If I use my token, I get a wild card.
Okay, very good. Okay.
But this could be beneficial to you.
Yeah. All right, so I have 4 or 5. I don't see anything really interesting. So I'm gonna push my luck. Oh, but I won't get to flip it. Okay, so let's use.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. Yeah, let's see what happens. Fine. One and nope, I didn't spoil. Very good.
Woohoo! Very good, honey.
Yeah. So now I have
Very
6, and 6 will get me this card, I think, and this one will go. When played, you discard any other card in your field. So yeah, let's just put this one over here and see what happens. And that is it.
I'm just sorting my deck so it makes a
Play
bit
it,
more
search a funny
sense.
card. You put it in your discard pile and I don't want to. Okay.
Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have a total of 8 and I get 2 VP because I'm fabulous. In addition, I have 1 wild card and these which are 4 sun icons.
Ooh, 4?
Yes, 4.
Wow.
Because each one is worth 2 for each guardian on this card. So that's a total of 4. 4 and a wild card. Is there something useful I can do with those? Sadly, no. However, I could get these 2. One of them for free suns and one of them for a sun and a wild card. Okay, I'm done with purchasing
Okay.
those, but wait, let me see what I'm doing with my mana. So that's an 8. What's good with 8? I like him. He's fabulous.
Why?
Because he gives you a lot of icons
wow.
and he gives you 2
Yeah.
VP, so you know I might as well get him.
Yeah. Okay, so now in terms of spirit icons, I have 7 because of this card. And so let's see. This one is not interesting. Once per turn, choose a card in your field. That card gains. Oh, wait. I'm activating this one on this, which means that it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't really help me all that much, I have to say. Okay. So when bot gain 2 mana, that's interesting. If you were to spoil, I do spoil. Harvest gain 1 bear every time. Okay. So I have again 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I'm gonna use these 3 bears.
Very good, honey.
And that gives me extra 2 mana. We'll remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of things that I have left are 2 of each of the other icons. So for example, I could purchase this if I really wanted to. Or this, but I'll purchase this.
I only see 1 wild card though. Oh, you have 2 bears and a wild card. I'm sorry, yes. You are completely correct.
Yeah, I'll use this one, I think. I need to remember this one. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And with that 8, I am going to purchase...
What will you purchase?
I think this is nice because it gives you 4...
Yep, it's very good.
Oh, but wait. While on deck, if you spoil again... Oh, no. I want something that wants guardians, and I don't see anything, which is a bummer. But I'm going to take this.
Okay.
And just put it over here.
Okay, so now it's my turn. Now, as you can see, I have 4 icons revealed. However, while this is on your deck, you cannot spoil. Now, note how I kindly screwed myself over. While this is on your deck, you cannot spoil. While on deck, if you spoil, you gain 4 and take another turn. Which, theoretically, I'd want to do, but nope. So I get 1 VP from the dragon. I have 2 wild cards and a bear icon, which I will use for this. Which means that on this turn and this turn alone, I have an additional 2 mana. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, total of 11. What does one do with 11 mana? That can fit into my narrow range of cards. Well, I could get this and hope to re-sleeve it, and it's not a bad investment in its own right because it's 2 VP, and VP tend to be in low numbers in this game. So 2 VP is worthwhile the effort of getting. And it's your turn, honey.
Okay, so harvest, shuffle a number of cards from your discard pile into your deck. So I'm gonna shuffle this one, and I think this one as well because I like it. So let's just do that real quick. Oh,
Oh no.
oh no.
Whatever will I do? I will
It's
have to
okay.
bend over and pick it up.
Here you go.
Thank you, honey.
Yep. Okay, so that was
Nope,
that.
can't reach.
So that was that. Thank you. And now, all right. So first of all, I gained 2 VP.
Very good.
Great. Now I have 2 bear icons. Oh, but if I were to spoil, never mind. Okay, 2 bear icons do nothing for me, which is a shame. Okay.
But this one.
Oh yeah, that's great. Okay, so let's take it. Yep. And this says whenever you evoke your token, in addition to other effects, you may gain 2 mana during your harvest phase of the turn.
It's better than nothing, and you're not restricted on veil cards.
Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3 mana, which is basically nothing. But I'll be... Oh, no, sorry. Gain 1 mana per card less than 7, so that's an additional 4. So I have actually 7, which is excellent. Let's do the silly thing and take this card. Yes. When on deck, if you spoil, gain 4 VP and take another turn.
This is good, especially in combination with other things.
Yeah.
Now, I forgot that I have an insurance. You're done, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay, so now I have 2 mana, and I'm gonna push my luck because I have this one, which is an insurance card. And as you can see, I spoiled. I discard this to gain a growth icon.
Yep.
So I did not spoil. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 VP. It's not that big of a deal. But I really didn't want to lose this 2 VP. Do I have anything useful to purchase for 4? I don't. I can't place any of the cards that are relevant here. Okay, very good. Your turn, honey.
So, while on deck, if you spoil, discard this card again. Okay, I'm gonna push my luck.
Go for it, honey.
Because
You push that luck.
yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, because this cancels out this one. Yeah. And I obviously spoiled. So I am going to discard this to gain 1 growth.
Very good.
Is it called growth? Yes, it's actually called growth. So this one cancels this one. And so now I have 1, 2, 3.
Very good.
Okay. So in terms of mana, because I don't have any spirit tokens that I see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is a lot, but not a lot of cards, which is interesting. So I think I'll purchase this card, which allows me when played to discard any other card in my field. That's 2. Okay.
I
What
just
happened?
kept drawing by mistake, so I'm gonna reshuffle my deck. I was looking at your turn.
Okay.
I didn't mean to push my luck, so
Okay.
I'm gonna return it to the state it was, and I'm gonna reshuffle a bit,
Yeah.
and then we're going to play my turn again. Cause
Oh no, I spoiled. But while on deck, if you spoil, discard this card. So this gets discarded.
it's my turn though.
Oh yeah.
You can like do the flow, but
No. I'll wait.
Let me
I need to
finish.
remember that I discard. Yeah, I spoiled.
okay. So I get 6 because I have 3, and this is doubled, and
Interesting.
I can discard this to make it into a wild card icon. So now I have enough to get this one. So basically I traded a 1 point for a 2 point. Not amazing, but hey, it's better than nothing. Your turn, honey.
Okay.
Do your
So
complex
I
math.
spoiled. If you spoil, discard this card and gain 2 for each. So I'm gonna activate this one, which says that this card has another guardian token on it, which means that I have 4. So I'm gonna take 4.
That's very good. It's a nice way to make a spoilage into something worthwhile, because I doubt you would have managed to get 4 out of this turn otherwise.
Yeah. Okay. So discarding this one, all of this goes here and continuing.
Now it's
But
my
I did
turn,
spoil,
right?
so I can turn this over.
Yep.
Oh, great.
We're at my turn, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay, I'm just confused about things. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I have 2 VP, which I magically get from the VP fairy, which is me, since I gave myself the VP.
Oh.
I am the VP fairy. That's what we're doing next Halloween. And I have a 10.
Wow.
And what do I do with this 10? I only have one icon, which is quite underwhelming. So I'm gonna look for a card that gives me straight up VP and is a top or a bottom. And there are none. There's like literally nothing I can buy this turn. I could get the Harbinger of Seasons. I've got the Harbinger of Seasons. That's a -1 point. I hope I get use out of you, otherwise I will not be happy.
Okay, so if I'm using this token, which I am, I'm gonna gain 6 mana total. What can I do with 6 mana? I can take this card. Is this card interesting? Yes, it is. It's going on here. Right. Yes. And interestingly enough, because it has a hatchery on it, it stays as the first card for the next turn.
I have 3 mana and nothing else, so I might as well push my luck. There's no downside to this.
Shuffle any number.
And I busted,
Oh,
but it doesn't really matter because I wouldn't have gotten anything this turn anyway. It's your turn, honey.
oh, interesting. I didn't spoil because I only have the 1, so I'm okay. So now let's see. Harvest. Shuffle any number of cards from your discard pile into your deck. Is there anything here that I would like to place? This basically means nothing. Yeah, maybe just this one. So let's just do this real quick. All right, good enough. And this is the same thing. Okay. So now I have 1, 2, 3 plus another 4. That's 7. And 2 bear icons. Does 2 bear icons do anything? No. Okay.
Can't you get another magic icon?
So I have 7, right? Yeah. So 7 means that I could take. Oof. There are no tops. I only have a place for a bottom or top. Okay, so I'll take this one then. Call of the Hunt. Harvest. Place cards from the top of the deck. Do not place your on-deck card at the end of your field until you have 8. Oh, that's great for me, actually. Yeah. because it's the harvest, and you cannot spoil if you're on your harvest phase.
Yes,
this
that's
is very
actually
good
very
for
good
me.
for you.
Yeah.
That being said, I get 6 because this one is free
Oh, wow.
and it's doubled.
Oh, it's the end of the game.
So, yes, it's the end of the game.
Oh, and that's it, actually.
You get a turn, don't you?
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't.
Why do
Because you were the first one, and that's an equal number of turns.
You were the first one, and yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I was the first one.
Okay, so I have 3 icons, and if I invoke this symbol, I have another wild card. So I get to pick whatever. This isn't good for me. This isn't good for me. This is useless. I'm just gonna buy these 2. Can I? No, I can buy this one. And I can buy this one. This is a waste, but hey, 3 VP is better than nothing. Okay, and we're done.
So we're sorting our cards according to whether they give us or deducts.
Or they have impact on VP or not.
Thank you. So let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
It's very easy to know because it's on the bottom right corner. If there's something on any of the cards in the bottom right, it's relevant.
9, 10.
Otherwise, it ain't.
That's -1. That's -3. -1. I'm gonna assume I have the most decay.
We can count. Let's count at the end, okay?
Okay.
Just for the viewers, you do have the most, but
Yeah.
I'd rather count. God damn it, I was confused now.
Okay.
So this is a stack of 10. And this is another stack of 10. This is another stack of 10. This is another stack of 10.
Oh wow. I have like 31.
Did you count?
I counted everything.
Including
Yes.
the most?
Yes. I have 31.
I have 50. No, I have 52.
Wow. Very good. I had 18 decay. I may have gone overboard.
That's a lot of decay, but it is
I doubled.
a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Just for the viewers, I'm sure you had the most. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If you would have had another turn to get this,
Yeah.
you would have been in such an amazing condition.
Yes.
I was in a rush to end the game once this came out
Yeah.
because I was like,
Yeah.
Another 7 is a big deal. By the way, 50 and 30 something are high numbers
Yeah.
for this game. Usually we're mostly around the 20s.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about Mystic Vale. Let's preface by saying that we are playing, again, according to one of the conclaves, or one of the sets, we're playing with the base game and the first 3 expansions. I think those, I don't remember, but I think those expansions bring on more decay icons and wild icons, and this ability to override cards is also one of the expansions. And I think that's basically, there's not a lot of distinction between them, which is surprisingly good, because it's just more cards and they interact with each other better. And so, yeah, no major distinctions.
I think that the biggest distinction is the conclaves themselves. The
Yeah, the
fact that you're
sets.
playing with a set of cards. When you play pure base game, you have like a huge chunk of cards, and you're never sure if you can reliably make a strategy because you know that the cards that are relevant, like the guardians and the stuff that generates VP, you know they're in there. You're just not sure if they're gonna come out in time.
Yeah.
And that's an issue with the base set. When we played the base set a couple of times, I was like, wow, this is a lot of fun. This fixes a lot of the things which I dislike about Dominion, but has a very similar itch. So that's nice, but all these cards, it just feels random. So this is a solution that I very much like. This is my favorite iteration of the game. I prefer it with just the basic rule set. A lot of the expansions add shenanigans, which I am not a fan of.
Yeah.
But that's fine because they are modular and you just take them out or put them in.
Yeah.
Or, put in some parts of them.
Yeah.
Like you can go over the heroes in the expansion
Leaders.
and just go like, oh, I don't like all of those, but we'll play with those. And it's nice, but this is nicer to me. This is cleaner.
Yeah, I agree. So first note is that if you want to see the fourth and the fifth expansion with all of the additional mechanisms that they add that we haven't shown here, you can check that out on our channel as well. The stuff that I like about Mystic Vale is that it's rather straightforward. You just sort of play without, it's a very, I think it's a rather it's a tactical game. It's not a strategy game necessarily. It's less, thinky than Dominion, for example, which I like better. But if you want something that is, is fun, is very tactile in the sense that you're sliving stuff, and
This is always a bonus.
Yeah, it's fun to feel these cards in your hand. When they get heftier, you feel like you're comboing stuff together, which is nice. There is a very evident lack of interaction in Mystic Vale as opposed to other deck builder games. I really don't have to pay attention exactly to what you're doing because there are always options on the table, and there's no real ability to sort of make any kind of influence over your other people's turns. Another good thing is that it plays well in 2 as well as in higher counts. Like this plays up to 4, and plays are rather quick because of the fact that every player is either planning on other people's turns and then playing on his turn. That's it.
Yeah,
which is good. So yeah, I like it. I look forward to more expansions that do less than the 4th and 5th one.
that's a good way of defining it. Yeah.
Yeah. So who would you recommend this game to?
The fact that it's very tactile and the fact that if you're a new player and you play this, you're like, wow, it's the sleeving and there aren't that many restrictions and everything is pretty much out there and you can kind of guess and play your way through and have fun. You're not gonna get trampled in this game.
Yeah.
However, you can play with a layer of depth because you don't necessarily want the game to end if you have a good engine, because it's an infinite currency, the victory points, unlike provinces, which in vanilla Dominion do end. I like the Veils. They have very, very, very varied effects. Some of them are insurances, some of them are that. And I also like the fact that the game has a distinct progression, because towards the end
it ramps up. That's true.
Not only every deck builder ramps up towards the end, but in this case I feel like the game slightly changes in nature. Now I want to push. I want to get to those cards that will give me extra VP, Whereas in the beginning, I don't necessarily want to lose that mana. So it does very much change in pace, and buying a lot of cards early on can be a detriment later on. Many times I was at a point where I had the mana to buy stuff, but I couldn't sleeve it in. You had the same problem. That's very, very different from games like Dominion, where towards the end you get to like 9 peddlers and everything is +1 action, +1 gold, and you're basically playing pretty much the same turn over and over again till the game ends.
That's true.
So in this case, it has a very unique progression to it, which I like, and it's fun to introduce people to the game with it. It's not as frustrating as seeing someone take 4 or 5 +2 cards +2 actions. So that's very much to the game's benefit. It's much more noob friendly, it's much more tactile. I do hope they somehow clean it up for...
You mean getting sets that are even more...
The user experience when you're not a player, when you're the one GMing, when you're the one choosing the cards and setting them and choosing the combinations, so it's just weirdly bad.
Yeah.
In Dominion, it's very easy to make sets of cards that work together, whereas here you have the preset ones and they're in piles, right? It's not like they have clean dividers like in like in Smash Up or in Heart of Crown. There's a video for that one too. It feels like someone took it out and didn't really think, how is the game gonna grow?
They didn't know, I think, that it's gonna be successful from a business perspective, and it would make sense to release more expansions. But now that it does, they have to fix it.
They have to find a solution. In the first expansion. Yeah. It's really not difficult to put an icon on the cards. The cards have plenty of room for those icons.
No, but even if they would have, let's say every expansion has an icon.
I would at least have an easier time remembering and setting up decks of my own.
Oh, so you assume that each expansion can be played on its own?
Expansions have themes to them.
Right.
Some of them work better with others, some cards work better with others, and much like in Dominion, where you can mix and match something that works, I'd be happy to do it here. I mean, the base elements are here. How many types of cards are in this conclave that you chose for us? There's an optimized number of cards in each tier, and you could do it, but they didn't. They made it incredibly difficult for you, and that's just confusing. Yeah. Because otherwise the game is fantastic. It's a top 20 for me.
Yeah.
Top 20 is high.
It is high. We're playing a lot of games. That's true.
It is high.
Yeah, it's high. So yeah, I would say that I would recommend it to people who like fast playing, tactile.
Definitely very low downtime. Very low player interaction, which is, in my opinion, sometimes a plus. That really depends on your friends. And what I was going to say earlier when my mind drifted someplace else, I just wanted to say that there is an element of strategy here. You can decide when you want to end the game. You can decide which cards you steal from others. Because usually you focus on one of the free tiers in the market, and if you're attentive, you can see what the other player wants and when you want to cut it. So it's not like it's completely isolated. We're not playing Karuba here. But it's not a big element, and it's not gonna scare new players. So I think in this aspect it's very well done. Okay. Any other final thoughts?
No.
You like it?
I do like it. And again, it rewards me in a very specific way. And sometimes it's okay for a game like it. At some points in a gaming evening, it's okay to say, I want to shut my brain off and just play a game.
You want to play with yourself and have other people around playing with themselves, and eventually one of them wins.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's much more sophisticated than roll and write, even though it scratches a similar itch.
Yeah, I agree. That's right. All right, so we hope you enjoyed this playthrough and review. If you want to look at the other two expansions, there's a video up on our channel as well.
Yeah, did you clarify why we separated those? Because those two the expansions we have here are what, free expansions?
The first three.
And they don't have any major mechanics
Yeah.
introduced in them. A variety
Yeah.
of cards, maybe minor changes in card themes, but nothing huge added. Whereas the other two expansions are just
Yeah. You go and watch
big
it.
mechanics.
Yes. All right, so we hope you enjoyed this video and review, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.